Good afternoon, YouTube. It's Thunder Dan back at it again with another episode of 302 Fishing. Guys, if you came back again, thank you for your continued support. We truly appreciate it. If you're new, guys, click on that subscribe button, man. Click that link, man. Get in our channel, man. We're going to bring you some decent fish here, bass or otherwise. I came up to a pond. I was going to go to one. It was near my job, but unfortunately, when I got there, there's all kinds of dump trucks and cranes and all kinds of crap blocking the road, so I wasn't able to get down there because the road was closed. So I had to change my mind real quick and make a decision and come up to a pond that you guys have seen us at a couple times right here. And today, again, we're thinking about the spawn right now. I think it's getting ready to start right now, and I'm going to focus on a bait that I used last weekend where I had that miserable outing with those dinks. And again, it's the lizard, guys. The 6-inch Zoom watermelon lizard. That's what we're going to be throwing out there today. If you guys are not familiar with the packaging, that's the bait right there. You see it in all your tackle shops where you go, guys. It's always there. Very inexpensive, usually anywhere from $2 to $4 depending on where you live at. But we're going to hook this up. I'm going to use one other soft plastic, guys. I'm not going to tell you what the name of it is because I do want to create a future episode with it, but I'm just curious to see if it'll create some action. And I do have one surprise bait that I did tie on because I saw something off to the left-hand side over here that I normally don't see quite this early in the season, but I want to throw this bait on there to see if my intuition is correct because something might be big under where I'm going to throw it right now. But I wouldn't recommend using 8-pound test line on this bait that I have, but we're going to do it anyway because I don't have any braid on me right now. So we got to be very ginger if we do catch something to pull this fish out of where you're going to see where I'm going to cast at and what I'm going to use. So stick with me, guys. I got everything all tied up, as I said. We're going to get out there and hopefully we get some fish on. But nice spring day, guys. It's almost 80 degrees. As you can see, the algae is starting to bloom right here. I did carry something special in my pocket that we may be able to get away with today. There's a fish right here, guys. I'm, again, talking and I'm sitting here missing out on the action. But let's see if we can try to catch this fish to keep screwing around with this bait. But I'm not jerking it up. Oh, here we go. They're still playing with it. Come on. Fish on, guys, right there. I told you it was a dink. It's about maybe not even a pound, guys. But he kept futzing around with it, and I finally nailed him one. And somebody's actually caught this fish before, because if you can notice right here, there's a kind of like a split on his lip right here. You can see my finger right in that area. But let's get that dink back in there and try to get something bigger than that. All right, so we got one on the left-hand side. We're going to cast one on the right-hand side. Almost a huge backlash, guys. I didn't realize that the line had wrapped around the handle first before I casted, but fortunately I caught it in just enough time that it didn't cause any huge disaster. Very windy right now, guys. Maybe 5-10 mile-an-hour winds. I came out today because, again, we have a front that's coming through, and it's supposed to be pretty bad. Not pretty bad, but just enough to keep you at home the next 2 days because, again, it's going to be a heavy winds and some rain here that's going to be in our way. But Oakster and I will try to determine whether we go out or not based on what we see in the window first thing in the morning. But again, just scooting that lizard right off the bottom, man. Just making them look like it's coming across these beds, and again, giving these fish the illusion that they're going to steal the eggs out of their beds if we come across one. Right now, I'm not seeing anywhere in the area at this present time, but my idea is that that's the shallow area across here, and they're sitting over there, but just over by this pier a little bit. But this wind is going to make it just a little bit difficult trying to cast here, but I have just enough weight on here just to keep it on the bottom. Use the wind to my advantage here, and you can see that the algae is blowing over this way, so I'll just throw a couple casts until it's out of the way, and I can cast right back in the area where I was at, which is where the point is at. I may just go with a slightly heavier weight. Again, I'm just casting right here where this diagonal patch of algae is. I'm going to let the wind again blow that away, and then we can play over right here. I already had a tap right here, but I think there are a lot of dinks in here. I think there's one. Nice hit right. Oh my God, that was a giant, guys. I literally let that giant go. You saw the swirl come right up there, guys. But we're going to put that back out there again, man. I got a good feeling about this pond today. We're going to get a good one. For some reason, these bass just viciously, well, actually, we already know what the reason is, but these bass just viciously hit on these lizards, man, right around the time of the spawn. And I love it, man, because you get some big ones out of here, man. I'm telling you, not necessarily out of this pond, but other ponds, man. They just kill that bait. There's no reason I shouldn't have sunk that hook in that fish's mouth, man, because that lizard, again, that plastic is not so tough as some of these other baits, and it comes right through there very easily. And again, that was a slip up on my part for not paying attention. It's running my mouth instead of fishing. All right, let's try to flip right there, guys. See if there's one sitting right in the pipe area. Oh, there he is, right there, guys. He literally got it. He was underneath there. But if you look in the background, here's the front that's coming through right now. That's going to affect us for the next couple days. All right, so we got a heavier weight on the lizard. Hopefully we can get that a little further out. And again, it'll cut through that wind a little bit more effectively. And hopefully this bass will start chasing it in towards the shore. It's kind of shallow right over here, guys, so I don't know what kind of luck we're going to have over here. Again, we're just going to keep working our way down to the corner as I promised you. So this lizard, I'm kind of jerking up a little bit. Like I said, there's a lot of algae that's on the bottom, so of course when I'm dragging it, it's going to pick up a mound, and that's not what I want to keep doing. Another hit right here, guys. There we go. Jesus, I broke the line on that one. Look, line snapped. This P-line, I was touting it last year, man, but it's not being my friend today. But rather than waste time trying to tie a lizard on, I'm going to throw a couple shots with this chatterbait real quick and see if we can get a hit right here. There's a hit right there, guys. Fish on, fish on. Good one, nice size. Feels like a 1 or 2 pounder. Nice. All right, guys. Chatterbait works. Again, about 1.5 pounds, guys. Absolutely annihilated. You can see it side-swiped the chatterbait right there, right in its eye. Almost side-swiped it. So we're gonna pull it out. Fish seems to be okay. And if you notice, it looks like it's starting to rain, guys. I told you that front was coming through. She's gone. So again, a reminder about chatterbaits, guys. I'm sure we're going to say it multiple times throughout the season. Always make sure that that algae is off of this portion of the blade right here, because it's not going to flow through with the water true and give me that chatter action that you're looking for to attract these bass. But when you're reeling in, you'll know that it's not feeling right. You don't have the bounce on the tip of the rod like you normally get. And again, if you feel it stops, just give it a couple jabs and it should clear the blade off. If it doesn't, more than likely you got a lot of crap on the end of that, and again, you just got to pick it off as normal. So I'm retying my line again, and I'm already feeling on the end of that line right there that there was a scuff on that line right there. So that's the reason why we lost that last fish off of the lizard. All right, so we're going to get our lizard on here, guys. Got a little bit of a rain cloud going by right here, so I'm going to give it a couple minutes, try to let it pass by. But I got a fresh new lizard on here, and just going to make sure it's on the right way. Seems to be. And we'll be back out there in a couple minutes. Just give me a second to let this rain go by, because again, I got a new housing for my GoPro, but it doesn't have the regular clear lens that you could twist on it, so it keeps all the elements out of it. It's the bare GoPro lens right here, and I'm trying to keep down the smudge level. All right, so it looks like that rain settled down a little bit. I've got my lizard tied on, and I got my special surprise that is on here as well. That is out of frame. I don't want you guys to see it because I want to throw it out to this area. I'm sure most of you guys have already figured out what the heck I'm going to do, but it'd be awesome if we can hit something right in that patch right there that we're getting ready to head to in a couple seconds. But I just want to try to hit another fish off this plastic right here, guys, so bear with me. Nope, look at that, guys, right there. I think it was a carp that just surfaced right there. It had a forked tail just like a carp. Or a catfish too. There are catfish in here too. There's a fish on right here, guys. Fish on. Fish on. All right. Finally, after all that time, guys. About 1.5 pounds, guys. We're off the lizard. So, there you go. Again, they're getting a little bit bigger. And again, it's getting a little bit more rainier. But she's gone. So I made my way back up under the pavilion one more time. Again, you can see it's raining at a pretty decent clip right here. And I can see there's a little bit of a break in the skyline over here. So we'll get a couple more seconds again. All right, so it looks like that rain has calmed down a little bit, guys. So I'm gonna go ahead to the right-hand side of this rock pile right here. We're gonna throw out in the opening with this line here. I'm gonna try to keep the lens as clean as possible, guys, because again, it is still drizzling out right now, and the wind has changed directions, and it's kind of face first into us right now. But let's get her out there. Yeah, but it looks like this drizzling is subsiding right now. Like I said, it was a downpour a few minutes ago. But I like to hoss one of these big ones out of here. I got a feeling there is a 6-pounder in there, because last year we had one that was well over 5 pounds that are in there. I'm sure it's growing a little bit bigger than that. But one of us is going to get it, I'm sure. Yeah, I see a lot of wakes out there. I'm literally watching a wake out there, so there must be a fish chasing some bait out there in the middle of that pond. Is that a hit right there, guys? Yeah, there's a hit right there, guys. There's a hit. Oh, little one biting on the tail. That's one thing about these lizards, guys, man. These little ones, they love chasing that lizard. So, you know, you think you got a big one, and all they're doing is just yanking that thing. But you got to give them a couple seconds to let it inhale. It's kind of almost like a froggish kind of strike. Again, when you... Is that a hit right there, guys? It felt like one. When you're casting your line out, guys, man, make sure you let that bait just drop and sit right there, guys. Because, again, sometimes these fish will hit these lizards on the drop. And usually it's the big ones that like to do that, man. Because that one right there, I threw it. And I didn't even barely move the thing at all, and it hit it right there as soon as it dropped bottom. There's one right here, guys. Fish on, fish on. All right. Little pounder, guys. He smacked the living daylights out of that bait. There you go, guys. Fish on during the rainstorm. Boom. And she's gone. Fresh new bait. Usually I use a 3/0 hook, guys. That should be enough. Some people use a little one, 2/0. Some go bigger. I don't know. It just depends on what you want. But 3 is about the average. That's what I do. Unless I'm using a smaller bait, I'll go a little lower. But again, I don't have my normal razor edge or laser edge hooks that I use by Gamakatsu. I think these are by Eagle Claw, if I'm not mistaken. But man, I must be blind the way I hooked that lizard up, guys. That was horrible. All right, guys, we're picking up at another good clip again. So we're going to go ahead and pick our rods up, go under the pavilion, and just wait it out a couple seconds for this next patch of rain to come through. All right, so it looks like it's calmed down enough to my liking, guys. So we're going to go back out here again, and we're just going to go back and forth and back and forth. But let's try to... I think I'm going to go ahead and start using this bait that I told you guys that I was going to try to surprise you with at this time of the year, because I want to try to get in here before this rain starts back up again. And I don't want to waste any time, because if it decides to pour for any length of time, then I won't be able to use it. Then what's the point of that intro that I just did? So I'm going to lay my lizard down right now. And the thing we're going to be using right now, that'll be surprising if we do catch something off at this period of time. You guessed it. Yes, we are going to try to use a frog, guys, with 8-pound test line. So let's see if something erupts out of any of these cracks that are sitting there. So see where the fissures are in the algae? That's where you want to try to cast over and cast into. So let's get that frog out there, man. That'll be awesome if we got a nice blow up. All right, guys, I figured I'd give it a shot, so obviously that didn't work. So we're gonna go right back to the lizard again. But I'm gonna cast in another known spot that's got some decent sized bass in it. Usually right here by that pipe. Again, we only got a couple more minutes. So it looks like there's a bed right here, guys. I don't know if you can see the, right in between the rod right here. See the white tan spot right there? Fish on, guys, fish on. Here we go. Here we go, fish on. Nice. Decent size, about a pounder, guys. That fish absolutely annihilated that bait. Woo! A little buck wild there. She's gone. All right, let's wander back over to the vehicle. All right, so stop for a split second, guys. If you notice, I put the chatterbait on here. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to chatterbait out here real quick. All right, guys, so again, I got the chatterbait out here. I'm gonna toss out real far. Again, I'm gonna try to stay here for about another 5 or 10 more minutes. And again, try to keep that lens clear for you. Let's see if we can pull one more fish off here before I leave out. Yeah, it's just picking up a lot of junk. All right, let's just try to throw that lizard one more time. Again, I got to come out with one more, guys, before I leave. All right, here we go. Can we get one to finish it out? Looks like we can, guys. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, I ripped it right out of his mouth, guys. I even let him go for a little bit. Again, it must be a small one, guys, just chasing the tail. It looks like we got caught up on a stick or a rock, one or the other, guys. Yep, there that goes, guys. There's a rock point that's over there, guys. I must have cast right in the perfect position to get it snagged up in the rocks. So let's go ahead and grab the chatterbait one more time. And I'm going to throw out over here where there's less algae and see if there's something sitting out here. There's a hit right there, guys. Fish on, fish on. Nice, look at this one, guys. Big boy, big boy, big boy. Oh yeah, here we go, guys. I gotta be careful, I gotta be careful, don't come off. It's definitely a big boy. 4 or 5 pounds maybe, guys, easy. Oh, yes. Monster, guys, definite monster. Hit me right off that point, guys. Hold on a second, let me get out of the way. Right where we started off, right at that point, that's where that big bass hit, man. Whoa, she is mad. Big, big bass, guys. Holy mess. Let's get a weight on that. But we got the scale on her. And are we in pounds? Yes, we're in pounds. But how much does she weigh? Almost 4 pounds, guys. 3.94 pounds right there. Boy, that was brute strength on the end of that. But we're going to try to find a good spot that I can step in without sinking and killing myself. We're going to try right over here, guys. Let me see if I can get a good firm footing right here. Stop, stop. Okay, we got decent footing right here. I'm getting sucked under. But let me get my camera positioned. And we're going to go ahead and aerate this mama. She's already chomping down on me already, guys. But let me get that camera ready and see if she rolls off. Come on, baby. She's gone. All right, guys, how about that big fat green beanbag I just ripped right out of that water right at the last minute? I literally had the kid's mom blowing my phone up wondering where the heck I'm at. And I said, I'm on my way. Wink, wink, wink. You know I had to make a couple casts, guys, and good thing I did. You saw me with that lizard, man. I was ready to punk myself out and saying, you know what? I broke my lizard off. I'm going to go home. And I remembered I caught a fish on a chatterbait earlier in this episode. So I slapped that blue and black chatterbait back on again. And it didn't even take 3 casts, guys. I threw it out there in the deep right by the dock area. And I thought they were going to be out there. But guess what? It was up close. I got a big bang once and a big bang twice right on that point. And I said, you know what? If I don't hit this, man, I'm going to regret not striking this fish, if it is indeed a fish. Could have been a rock for all we know. But thankfully, I struck it, and you see what came of it, guys. Big, big old lunker, man. How about that? Almost 4 pounds. But again, as I prove to you guys, and Oakster, it doesn't matter, guys. If it's raining, if it's windy, fish don't care. They're going to hit whatever at any time, guys. You just got to figure it out and figure the pattern out. So again, 2 patterns. Again, we had the lizard, we had the chatterbait, and both were productive either way. One caught the quality fish, and the other caught the quantity of fish. So I'm excited, guys. Hopefully you're excited to watch this episode, and I'm gonna head my way up to pick my kids up for reals this time. And hopefully you guys had an awesome day. And as always, guys, like, subscribe, push that notification bell, and as always, fish on.